Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving into a topic that might seem almost too simple at first glance. We're talking about how we discuss our favorite TV shows.
Right, and you might think, what's deep about that?
Exactly. But here's the thing. Our source material for this is actually, believe it or not, an excerpt from a beginner English lesson, all about this topic.
Mm-hmm.
But don't let that beginner label fool you.
Hmm.
Our mission here is really to pull out the fundamental insights hidden in these basics to show how these simple language structures are, well, surprisingly powerful for communication
Yeah.
and for real personal connection.
Yeah.
Understanding them isn't just for language learners.
Mm.
It's about finding better ways for anyone to articulate themselves and connect with people. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how focusing on something so universal like talking TV, it immediately shows you the absolute building blocks of human connection. It's not just about, learning grammar rules. It's seeing how we bridge gaps, how we find common ground, how we share a bit of ourselves using these, well, surprisingly simple language tools.
Absolutely. And the source material, it really kicks off with what feels like the most natural place to start these chats. It shows how often it just begins with a simple, friendly question, like, what's your favorite TV show?
Mm-hmm. Simple opener.
And right from there, it gets into the nuts and bolts of why we like something. For instance, the lesson gives us, my favorite show is Friends. I like it because it's funny.
Mm.
Super direct, no frills, really. But it gets the job done, doesn't it?
It really does. And that directness, it actually holds quite a bit of power. The material points this out using likes and dislikes with the present simple tense. So things like, I like watching cartoons, or maybe I don't like scary shows. If you think about the bigger picture, this isn't just about being grammatically correct. It's actually about building the confidence to just clearly state your preferences, your boundaries even, in a conversation.
That makes sense. Clarity.
Yeah, that clarity means you avoid misunderstandings. People get where you're coming from straight away.
Okay, so once you've stated your preference, your like or dislike, how do you, add a bit more color, bring the description to life? That's where the lesson brings in this whole toolkit of what it just calls basic adjectives.
Ah,
You were talking simple words like funny, interesting, exciting, boring, scary, romantic, all those. So instead of just saying, I like this show, bang, you can immediately give a clearer picture. This show is exciting. Or, if you're not keen, that movie is boring.
Mm.
It's kind of remarkable how much info those little words pack in so fast, isn't it?
It genuinely is. These seemingly simple words, they create this immediate shared understanding. You bypass the need for long, complex explanations. It's really efficient communication.
Right.
And besides just stating a preference, the source also highlights something else, using polite opinion phrases.
Ah, right. The how.
Exactly. It's not just what you say, it's how you frame it. Examples like, oh, I think it's great, or maybe, in my opinion, it's too long.
That feels like a really crucial point. Why is that politeness so important, though?
Mm.
Even in just a casual chat about TV. I mean, you think about how often online chats go sideways when people forget the how.
That's precisely it, because these phrases, they allow for nuance, for respect. Even when you completely disagree with someone, you're not just stating something as a hard fact, you're sharing your perspective, which importantly leaves room for the other person's view.
Right.
And that allows for, actual constructive dialogue. It stops things escalating into conflict. It's a fundamental social skill, really, hidden inside a simple language structure.
It's fascinating how those simple tools really do underpin so much of how we interact. The source then mentions how these structures get practiced, Learners repeating sample sentences like, I like action shows, or I don't like reality shows.
Mm-hmm. The repetition builds the pathways.
And that wonderfully versatile one, my favorite show is, because
I was like you say.
it sounds incredibly basic, yeah. But it's clearly designed to build that crucial muscle memory. And the confidence, I suppose, to just express opinions about everyday stuff like entertainment.
And that is the goal, exactly, gaining genuine confidence. These specific bits of language, the direct likes and dislikes, the present simple tense, those basic adjectives, and the polite opinion phrases, they aren't just for passing a language test, are they? They are the absolute essential practical tools for having real everyday conversations about shared hobbies, about entertainment.
Yeah.
They're fundamentally how we make ourselves understood clearly and also how we understand others.
So what started as this deep dive into talking about TV, using a beginner's lesson as our guide, it really reveals something quite profound, I think. We've seen this elegant simplicity, but also the surprising power of just using direct likes and dislikes and the present simple to state preferences clearly.
Foundation.
And we've sort of uncovered how those basic adjectives, funny, interesting, exciting, are absolutely vital for adding that descriptive richness. And alongside that, the importance of those polite opinion phrases for sharing your view without, steamrolling the conversation.
Yeah, and if we tie all that together, connect it to the bigger picture. These seemingly simple tools, they are absolutely crucial for building confidence. Confidence in expressing your own opinions and just engaging in normal, everyday chats about things you enjoy. Shared hobbies, entertainment, whatever. They really are the very foundation of how we talk to each other.
It's true.
So think about this. Understanding the structure of even a really casual conversation, like, say, discussing your latest binge watch, it actually reveals how these fundamental bits of language build bridges between people. These beginner tools, they aren't just for starting out. In fact, they are the master keys to connection. They foster a deeper understanding of each other's perspectives, really, in almost every interaction we have.